Estate planning isn't just for parents. It's important for young adults too. Once your child turns 18, something big changes. You, as a parent, no longer have automatic access to their medical records, financial accounts, or even their school information. That means if there's an emergency, your hands may be tied, even if they still live under your roof or you're paying their tuition. That's why it's so important to have the right legal documents in place before they head off to college, start a job, or travel abroad. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly what your young adult needs to stay protected and how these simple tools can make all the difference in a crisis. There are a few key documents that every young adult should have in place, especially if they're headed off to college or living alone for the first time. First, a healthcare directive and a HIPAA release. This allows your child to appoint a parent or another trusted adult to make medical decisions if they're unable to. It also gives you access to their medical records, which, under federal law, you no longer have access to once they've turned 18. Without these essential documents, even in an emergency, you may not be able to get information from doctors and hospitals. Next, a durable power of attorney. This covers financial and legal matters. It allows someone they trust, often a parent, to help with things like managing a bank account or paying bills, dealing with a landlord, or even talking to the school about tuition issues. It is especially helpful if your child is studying or traveling abroad and they need your help with something here at home. And finally, a will, if applicable. Now, not every young adult needs a full will, but if your child owns a car, has a bank account, or maybe even some valuable personal property, a simple will can make it easier to manage those assets if something unexpected should occur. It's about making sure their wishes are clear and avoiding unnecessary delays and legal complications. And finally, the FERPA waiver. This form comes from the school itself and allows parents to access academic records. Under the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, once your child is enrolled in college, even you can't see their grades or their transcripts unless they've signed this form. Each of these documents is a small step, but together they form a safety net that allows you to step in and help when it matters most. Let me walk you through a few situations where these assets can make all the difference. First, imagine your child is struggling with anxiety or depression. They've been managing on their own, but things have gotten worse and now they've been hospitalized. As a parent, your first instinct is to call the doctor, ask questions, maybe even fly out and try to help. But if your child is over 18 and doesn't have a healthcare directive or a HIPAA release in place, the hospital may not be legally able to talk to you, even to confirm that your child is there. Now, picture a different situation. Your child is abroad studying in Europe. They lose their passport, their bank card stops working, and they need someone back home to help untangle the mess with their bank and the consulate. If they've named you in a durable power of attorney, you can immediately step in and help. Without it, they're stuck, and so are you, in a sea of red tape. Or let's say your child is in an accident and they've become unconscious. No one wants to think about this kind of an emergency, but unfortunately, it does happen. If you don't have the legal authority to make medical decisions or even get information, the delay in care or confusion can add unnecessary stress to an already devastating situation. And then there are the quieter moments. You're trying to help them sort out a lease issue with their apartment or pay tuition during finals. Having a durable power of attorney lets you do that legally without overstepping boundaries. These aren't far-fetched scenarios. They're things I hear from clients all the time. And that's exactly why having these documents in place is such a powerful act of protection and care. So how exactly do you put this into practice? First, start a conversation before college starts. This isn't about scaring your child or overwhelming them. It's about laying the groundwork for what should happen when the unexpected arises. You can explain that these documents aren't about control. It's about making sure that someone they trust can step up when needed. Second, choose trusted agents carefully. For many families, it makes sense for one or both parents to be named. But sometimes it's more appropriate to name a sibling or a godparent or another adult that the child trusts. The most important thing is trust and making sure the person understands the responsibilities that they are undertaking. Third, store the documents securely, but make sure that they're also readily accessible. This might mean keeping a copy in a shared drive, like a Google Drive or a Dropbox. Make sure that your child knows where the originals are and that their doctor or school, if necessary, have a copy as well. If your child is studying abroad, be sure to leave a copy with somebody stateside who is available in an emergency situation. These small, thoughtful steps can go a long way in ensuring both of you have peace of mind. These documents don't mean that your child is giving up their independence. What they do offer is peace of mind for both of you at a stage in life where everything is new and unexpected situations can arise quickly. Having a durable power of attorney, a healthcare directive, and a simple will if needed gives your child a support system they can count on legally and practically without interfering with their day-to-day autonomy. If your child is headed off to college, started a new job, or just turned 18, now is the perfect time to get these tools in place. You can book a college student care package with my office. I will walk you through the right documents for your family, get everything signed and in order, and make sure your young adult is protected wherever life takes them next.